So in this video, I'm gonna be doing like a vlog style. This is like a rare occasion where I have space to myself, and I'm just gonna be completing some tasks today before I don't have the house to myself anymore. And I decided to take this opportunity to talk about some stuff, just like be open about stuff. And I've been watching a lot of like mental health related videos this morning because yesterday I had my first intake assessment for like, I guess it started as like ADHD type assessment, but now it's kind of like an overall assessment of my mental health, which I've needed for a long time. And I'm excited to get a diagnosis, and also like nervous because I'm like, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of rage associated with whatever outcome it is, like rage toward my parents. So I definitely am not gonna handle that well. Just like sifting through laundry right now, separating. I don't separate colors, like that's just way too much. I just throw everything in there, and then like I take out towels and washcloths, and that's it. So last time I did laundry, I didn't really get to wash my clothes because there wasn't any laundry detergent, barely, and I didn't want to use like the rest of the laundry detergent, so I just made this crappy, what was it, like baking soda. I just like put baking soda in there, and what else? I put in baking soda and sorry, I cannot like talk and do this. I feel like there's barely any in here, so like I gotta go upstairs because I like using Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. As my laundry detergent instead of like regular laundry detergent, because I don't know, like I just feel like it's doing something for the environment or something like that, and I feel like it's better for my skin. And I used to use the Dr. Bronner's baby soap. No. So yeah, I use this soap for everything. This is my favorite soap, the only soap that ever gets me clean. Like, I took a break from it recently and tried to use a whole bunch of other soaps like Dove, and I've used every antibacterial soap you could possibly think of, and None of them get me clean. This is the only soap that gets me clean. And it's 18 in 1, so I also use it as laundry detergent, but I used to use the this is gonna take a long time if I put it on hot, but I feel like my clothes need it desperately. I should probably wash this too, honestly. I'll just sit here and like wait. I just like sit here and wait and make sure it's gonna say the time that I think it's gonna say, which is supposed to be, well, if I would put it on cold, it would say 29 minutes. But I'm putting it on hot this time, so it's definitely gonna be 59, but we'll see. Do. Oh, that's surprising, but I'm thankful for that for sure. So I'm just gonna leave the soap down here for now, and gotta set my timer. Oh my gosh. I'm home right now because my parents are off to a specialty doctor appointment. And I'm babysitting my dog, but now he has something in his mouth. And I'm trying to act like I don't care. But I do care because I have no idea what he got out the garbage can. Were you left alone? Max? Yeah, here it is. I got it while he walked away. It was paper. So, yeah, my day today is kind of full. It's been 10 minutes since I got out of bed. And I don't know exactly how I'm gonna be filming this, like vlog style. This is so unflattering. But I have it on my phone, so I don't know what it's gonna be, like how this is gonna go, but I just wanted to film that little part, I guess. And some other stuff I want to do today is do my hair, because like I tried to do these little comb coils, finger coils, because I didn't use a comb. But yeah, they didn't, well, they looked good at first, but like my hair has this issue where it never stays in any particular style. Like it will, I don't know, it just does not like to stay curly. It doesn't like to stay straight. I recently started considering that I'm like doomed to just wear an afro, because this is the third time I've cut my hair and I want it to be the last time. But I'm struggling. I'm not struggling being natural. I'm struggling to like deal with, I'm struggling to deal with the upkeep, especially since it's winter right now and I usually do like wet looks. I like walking out like wash and go type, but like with gel, lots of gel, super curly, like, and your hair needs to be wet for that. So I'm kind of struggling, and today I'm considering blow drying it, and I have issues with attachment to the straightener. So anytime I blow dry my hair, I automatically, like, my brain goes to straightening, and even if I swear I'm not going to straighten it, like, my brain just goes there, and then before I know it, the flat iron is plugged up and it's already heated up. So I'm like, let me just see. And it always turns out horrible. Yeah. But still, I do it anyway because I'm like, oh, this time it's going to look different. It never looks different. It always turns out horrible. So I'm going to try and just, and I was randomly fighting the urge to like bleach and dye my hair because I have, let me see actually, because I don't know. Or where I keep, oh, apparently bags. Okay. Like I keep wigs and stuff, but this is where I keep my hair stuff. So like, yeah, I have these relaxer leftover packets from when I relaxed my hair. That is why I had to cut it off this time because it was falling out. Like I actually had a bald patch and I was so shocked somehow, but I relaxed bleach hair 3 times, but I was shocked. It was a miracle it didn't fall out by itself though. But I still have these bleach packets, and I kept the 30 volume because that's what works for my hair best. And I guess I have the bowls, and that's it, but no hair dye. Yeah, I'm gonna try to pass on that and not completely stupid. But yeah, this is kind of like, it's gonna be today. I'm trying to film a lot of content while I can in this type of format that is more like natural, I guess. And we'll see. I want to do like get in the shower, wash my hair, condition my hair. I want to do my nails because what is this? And my toes don't look great. What else? Kind of clean up around here because it's messy, and just overall try and get myself back right. It's not one of those vlogs because later when I am doing my nails or something, if I decide to keep filming that, I'm gonna be talking about like my experience and like basically what was going on yesterday at my intake assessment, what she asked me, like my whole experience with that, because I was looking on here trying to find some stuff about what it would be like, and I basically only found stuff from medical professionals, like showing an example for like other students, but like regular people can watch it though. So I did feel super like anxious and just weird going into the building, trying to find the floor, dealing with the elevator, all that kind of stuff. But I did it and it wasn't that bad. So I do want to talk about like what's going on because I want to keep myself, I guess, updated on how this all went down and also like inform people, just the general public, for anybody who's wondering what would an intake assessment be like and all that kind of stuff. And this is for assessing for mental illness and neurodiversities, and this is like an assessment I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like just finding a talk therapist or going to a talk therapist. Like our purpose here It's going to be 3 sessions, and our purpose here is it's like a pre-assessment, and then get diagnosed, and then we discuss a treatment plan, or if I want to just take that diagnosis and like move forward with my life with that diagnosis and not pursue therapy right now. Because depending on the diagnosis, obviously therapy may or may not be the best option for it. So we'll just have to wait that out. And I'm anxious about the result, and I'm anxious about how angry I'm going to feel, or like the grief I'm going to feel about my life and how certain things went on for so long and got missed, and like nobody cared, and it was just like basically being pushed overboard into shark infested water. And just, you got to learn how to swim, you got to learn how to stay alive. And that's how I feel like my life has been going for its entirety, just like lost, waiting in chaotic water. But then it's like people on boats passing you by as you're screaming for help, is how I would describe my life at this point. Just everybody around you just watching you suffer, and either like laughing, it's like a comedic thing, like a Truman Show type of thing, or it's like they're happy you're suffering, or people just ignoring you altogether and being like, that's not my problem. So I've been putting up with that, and I know a lot of other people have too. So I just want to be a voice for this specific type of unknown state of being. And the videos I was watching earlier definitely made me feel like I want to start talking more about like my mental health and my story and all the things I've struggled with, and just being more open and just talking to somebody about it, like talking to the therapist, psychologist. I don't really know what she is, but she's authorized to give specifically ADHD and autism assessments, but has experience in all kinds of other like bipolar, depression, anxiety. You know how doctors like have the whole myriad of stuff, but then they specialize in like, I don't know. But yeah, I just want to talk about it because I'm numbed out sort of from being the butt of everybody's jokes, kind of, when it's like my whole entire existence is being mocked at some point. Like people get bullied, and it always leaves this hole in them. But it's like getting bullied from all angles, like all throughout your life, even by complete strangers at work, at school, at home, you start to feel like you are literally, it's so hard to like admit this because it sounds like, girl, you're schizophrenic a bit, aren't you? Like paranoid at best. But it really is literally like people, like everybody in your life is a paid actor. Like, I can't remember what episode it was, but I know it was the TV show Black Mirror. And I watched this episode with my boyfriend's mom, and it was so creepy. Like, the girl wakes up, she goes outside, and it's like everybody's filming her. It was one of those like creepy, really creepy things. And it was kind of like The Purge, but like not, I can't remember what that episode was, but it ended up all being like a stage set. Like, she was on a TV show and was fighting for her life, like it was really her life, but like it was just set up by a TV show. And so, yeah, life starts to feel like that after a while, but how can you talk about that without people calling you crazy? And I hate using a cliche term, but gaslighting is like the right term. Like, you say something happened and then they're like, oh, you're just taking it the wrong way. You always take things the wrong way. You're so negative. Like, why do you have to see the world like that? We love you, blah, 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 blah. Like, please get real. Like, I'm not stupid. And I know you guys watching are not stupid either, because get real. If you get enough signals or enough signs for something, it's no longer random occurrences. It's just symptoms of a greater issue going on. So, yeah, nobody can convince me that how I feel is wrong, because it's how I feel, and it's based off years of the same type treatment by certain people, certain groups of people, like friends in relationships. Like, I would be truly, I don't even think I have a word for what I would have to be to see all these signs adding up in every area of my life and then not start to go a little crazy and think something conspiratorial is going on, like where it feels like everybody around you is paid actors and they are here and you don't know you're being filmed or whatever, and there's a whole audience you don't know about, and they're just like laughing at your suffering, like your suffering is entertainment, and these paid actors are just getting paid to be involved in this production that you know nothing about, because it's like everybody knows something that I don't, and it has felt that way for a long time, and it feels like being targeted just in every area of life. Like, there's this big target on my forehead, and or more specifically, something about me is bringing out something in other people that is, I don't know. Oops. I see if I can put this down. I just don't know about the volume or whatever. But yeah, it feels like everybody is just, it feels like I'm not really here per se, not in that way where it's like, I guess I don't feel real. Like, I feel real, but I feel like I've been dropped into something like that I don't know about, if that makes sense. Like, everybody is in on this big joke, and I don't know what the joke is, but the joke is actually me. And I know that sounds so paranoid, but I swear. And hopefully, like, some of y'all can relate to that, and maybe, hopefully, I'll have enough courage and enough space one day and less fear and anxiety and be able to talk more about these experiences that I've had. Because it's just mind-boggling. And like, you take the online test, right? And it's like it starts asking you questions like, or just like rewind and just like a regular personality test, right? You may not have been born as an introvert, but like if you get treated in a certain way, you are going to start being paranoid of people and you are going to become antisocial as a coping mechanism. Not even a coping mechanism. I feel like that word is way too light. You being antisocial is the only way you are going to stay alive, you feel like, because you feel like every time I leave the house, there's this big sign on me that people are picking up on, but I don't know what it is. And the big sign is saying, harass me, talk to me, mess with me, follow me, try to take advantage of me, try to trick me, try to scam me. Literally, I got to a point, and this was years ago that I got to this point where I was like, I really don't like leaving the house anymore. And I've never talked about this, but like, it's not even agoraphobic. It's just, I literally have had like every experience in the book at this point where I leave the house and try to mind my own business, and somebody just has to do something extremely weird. Just somebody. And I noticed this so much more being in a relationship for a year, having a man specifically by my side pretty much 24/7 has completely changed that to the point where I forgot. I forgot how people used to treat me when I would go out by myself. But anytime, and I feel like I mentioned this maybe in a different video, but I feel like every time, oh yeah, I mentioned it in my like video talking about like youth and the dangers of like having a baby face. But literally, we will be in the store and get separated and be just 2 aisles apart. As soon as somebody sees me by myself, they're being creepy. And it's specifically an older man. Like every time. Well, it can be, it's been like younger guys who will like look my way and then like be on the phone and want to get attention from the person who's on the phone and start like laughing at me while looking like directly at me and then like whisper something in the phone, and I'm like, I'm just here trying to get some ravioli that just happens to be right here in the aisle you are in. Why can't you just shut up and keep having the conversation you were having? Like, why do you have to look over here, and why are you so worried about me and you want to look at me? Like, and then it'll be like, okay, we get separated. I'm on the other side of this little store and literally not wearing any work uniform at all. Nothing that could pop, no solid colors whatsoever. Literally wearing a coat with a scarf, everything. And a random man down the aisle. Because in this situation, I was going to the toy aisle. You know, I collect dolls, I collect toys, that kind of thing. So I'm going to do my like weekly check of the toy aisle. He's at the end of the aisle with his car, and he calls out to me like, excuse me, do you work here? Do I work here? Are you serious? And maybe you guys listening are like, oh my gosh, she's being so dramatic. She's so paranoid. She's so self-centered. She thinks everybody's looking at her. Get real for 3 seconds. I was literally wearing nothing that looked like I could work at this particular store, because this particular store has a particular uniform, like a one colored polo shirt and one type of pair of pants that they wear. And he had the nerve to ask me, do I work here? Like, this man was clearly trying to kidnap me. I know that sounds so crazy, but I just go with my gut for some situations. I'm not even going to say some, I'm going to say like 99.9% of the time, I'm going with my gut. Like, I don't really deal too much with logic, and I know in this type of world, in this like hustle, push, climb the ladder type of world, like being emotional and basing your feelings off your intuition is like laughed upon. But my intuition has literally saved me. Like, logic will not save you in a life or death situation. Like, you will not have enough time to get in your logical brain when your life is being threatened. So there's no reason for me to reside in the 0.1% of the time where I need to use logic. But it just so happens that the only times I need to use logic are pertaining to my own life and like the trajectory of my life and how many goals get accomplished in my life and that kind of thing. So then you can see where not being able to tap into like logic and depending on like impulse, emotions, and intuition can get you in trouble, but that's very rare. So every other situation, I just trust my gut. Like, I listen to my feelings, I go off first instincts. And my first instinct was, this guy is a massive creep. And so I don't know what to say about that. You can say that's paranoid, but that was my personal first instinct. You know, putting everything in the situation all together, like piecing it all together. But yeah, I don't know what that ramble was. That was just random. I'm kind of stalling because I don't want to clean up. I don't want to go back downstairs to check on the laundry. I don't want to. Like, half of me wants to do all this stuff today, but then the other half of me is just like, oh my God, why don't you just lay in bed? Like yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. But I feel like this channel could really help me, help other people. And it's kind of like my creative outlet right now. So I want to try and like do it all the time, but also not push myself and like tire myself out. So that's why I decided to kind of like vlog style and do some chores while also doing a little bit of talking to help me actually start doing the chores. And it did work. So yeah, I'm gonna have to set a timer for the laundry, go check on it, set the timer, get the sheets off my bed because they're covered in like literally a disgusting way because the backyard is really muddy right now, and my dog just loves running around in the mud. Like, he loves the mud, and anytime it's raining, he just loves being out in the rain. And he's a poodle, like half poodle, 1/3 poodle. So yeah, that makes sense that he just loves getting into water and mud and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, I have to do a lot of cleaning. And but this was the main thing that I wanted to do today, is post quite a few videos. So I think it will be a productive day, and you know, I'll have a lot to talk about because I've been taking my notes and I have some stuff going on in my life right now. that I want to share. And yeah, you'll be hearing from me very soon, but I'll talk to you later.